Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. Before I hit the go button, I had this flashback of a time, actually several times, and maybe you had experiences like this when you were in grade school, when the teacher would say, "Good morning, class. I hope you have your thinking cap on today." And you're like, oh gosh, where's my thinking cap? Because I always struggled with those pop quiz. I struggled with all of school, actually, when I was young. But anyway, this is all about something that brought up the idea of a thinking cap. So I'm going to ask you to put on your wisdom, your spiritual, your awesome cap, because I'm going to share a word with you that you may not have heard of, but you really, really want to know about this word, especially if you're north of 40. Even the 30s, more and more we're finding this. There's a word called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the loss of lean muscle, often attributed to aging, but as research comes out more and more, it has really nothing to do with aging. In fact, it's more to do with thinking that you're old, so you stop moving your body and using your body to keep lean muscle on your body. And why this is so critically important, a study was just released and it was talking about how, and I think it's probably had a birthday just last month. I'm thinking a lot about mortality and doing all that I can to stay on this planet as long as possible because I love this life and I want to be here doing all that I can to bring more light and love into my life and to others' lives. In this community, my goodness, we've got work to do. So let's stay healthy. Let's stay strong. Let's be here as long as possible. So sarcopenia is associated with this voluntary loss of lean muscle. Interesting enough, when we lose lean muscle, we literally fast forward the aging process. In fact, the number one biomarker, the most powerful biomarker of all the biomarkers for aging and premature death, it's the loss of lean muscle. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, you know what, I'm X age and therefore I just don't see lean muscle being a part of my future. Well, let me share with you a very good study that you're going to go, no way, James, that can't be true. Well, it is absolutely true, and it comes out of Harvard. And when I read this study, I was like, okay, this is the ultimate excuse eraser. This moves everything where you say, oh, it's my age, it's this, it's that. They took a group, actually close to 100 people over the age of 90. Right? You're like, where did they even find all those people? Well, they found them. But they didn't just find them. They actually wanted to find people who were in their 90s who had not exercised for at least 20, but ideally 30 full years. So these are people who kind of checked out from the gym back in their 50s and 60s, and they were done. And because of that, they made it to 90. That's pretty amazing. But they were not vital at this age. In fact, many of them were in walkers, using walkers. Many were in wheelchairs. Many of them were just not, as they would put it, the vision of vitality. But here's what they did. So every single one of these people who were struggling with their vitality because of the fact they hadn't exercised in 20 or 30 years, they all started lifting weights. Slowly but surely, a few minutes a day, working up to several minutes, working up to 15, and then 20 minutes a day. And they did that for 3 months. Now let's just wrap our mind around this. These are people in their 90s, many of whom were using walkers, using wheelchairs, definitely on decline. And they hadn't exercised in 30 years, most of them. 3 months later, just 3 months, the average muscle gain was over 300%. 300% in just 12 weeks. So when you think about that, I go, oh my gosh. What that says is that your body responds so much to how it is that we perceive aging, how we think about aging. And if we want to live long and strong, lean muscle is a biomarker for everything from mood to hormonal regulation to your immune system to helping your bone stays. It is literally a game changer for everything. And it's always ready to grow. It's like a metaphor for spirituality. When you face tough times and you're it's like I'm getting into it here. When you face tough times and you witness yourself using your spiritual tools through compassion and self-acceptance and prayer and meditation, and you move through that, you get stronger, right? You start to gain more spiritual confidence and resilience emotionally. Your body loves resistance. It loves to be pushed. It loves to be strong. It loves to be tested. And when we do that, we grow the number one reason how we stay here on this planet. And not just stay here occupying space. We are here presenting grace. Like we're being an emotional, physical contagion to the world going, oh, how old are you? Oh my goodness, look at you. But more importantly, you wake up and you say, game on. I am ready to go out in the world and serve. I'm ready to go out in the world and shine. I'm ready to go out in the world and show the world what possibility looks like. Lean muscle. It's amazing, right? I think that we all have an opportunity to look at our lives right now with a level of radical compassion, deep acceptance, and say, what is mine to do? Oh, I'd love to be a beacon of hope for others. I'd love to feel strong. I'd love to have this level of vitality that was contagious to other human beings. So let's begin today and take that Harvard research and put it into our lives. Let's integrate this into the fabric of our being and absolutely create a life that we love. So with that, my dear friends, Sarcopenia, great Scrabble word, game over. Much love, all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.